Yep, this is episode 37 of the British Hive Mind. Got a bit hectic yesterday. Quite a few people on the show, quite a few different opinions here going everywhere. And we went off on a little tangent. So it got a bit confusing. And there wasn't as a direct focus as I normally like upon the show. So for the show this evening, and it's going to be a little bit more focused on the treason, tyranny, and what on earth's going to happen, man? The time's ticking, and things are afoot. Things are going into place. Things are going to a dark place. I see things going to a very dark place. I see the tyranny in government now. I see the tyranny in the judiciary system. I see the corruption here, there, everywhere. And it's now more and more blatant for your average, everyday, normal person to see. It's so blatant, the tyranny that we're living under, and the treason and the corruption that has infected our system completely. That now I think that, the everyday man in the pub is starting to see it and starting to smell and starting to see there's something wrong and something has to change. Something has got to give. But the problem is the establishment is the British establishment. It's the most established establishment in the world. We are going up against a beast that was created hundreds of years ago and has been able to shape and manipulate our entire system to make it so we are trapped in the matrix. We are trapped inside it, and it's very difficult to get out. Very difficult to get your freedom. And the problem is, a lot of people are so engrossed into the system that they will fight to protect this tyrannous, treasonous, disgusting debt slavery system that they see as normality. We were born into this system. All of us were born into the system. We were born and then pronounced dead at the scene, which for a lot of people is extremely difficult to accept. And to try to wake them up to it is a very arduous task. And not only that, it's every facet of our lives is ingrained into this system. Every little part of it is part of this system. And to try to get and drain the swamp and get rid of the corruption out of the system, the entire system has to be taken down. When you've got politicians in the Houses of Parliament that are criminals, literally career criminals, literally paedophile rapists on the sex offenders list, every single one of them has to go. The Lords has been corrupted. So almost every single Lord in the Houses of Lords has to be gotten rid of. Has to be polygraphed, found out who, and we have to find out everything. And it all has to be put into the public eye. We need to know who, what, where, why, and when for every single person in power. And that's everybody in the establishment. That's every civil servant. That's every major police officer. Every high-ranking or high person in the armed forces will have to go through this polygraph test. Every single one of them. Every single person high-ranking in the NHS has to go through this polygraph system. Every civil servant that's in the frigging Houses of Commons and involved with higher echelons of Parliament has to go through this polygraph test. We have to find out exactly what they know, exactly who they're working for, and exactly what lies that they have been spouting to us. We have to Then go after the banking system, which they've even admitted themselves in Parliament is fraudulent. Everything fraudulent. So every high-ranking banker has to be put through this polygraph test, has to be tested, has to be tried, there has to be what's it called? Jurisdiction, justice, and the right rules, the right. I can't remember that word. What they haven't given Tommy Robinson, they haven't given him a fair trial. Every single one of these people has to have a fair trial, and it has to be done with a polygraph test. They have, swearing an oath on the Bible or the fucking Quran, saying that you're going to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, doesn't wash with them, doesn't work with them, because they will lie. We know this. They lie on a daily chuffing basis. Their whole lives are lies, and they don't hold the Bible in any form of esteem, and they don't hold their oaths in any form of esteem. So it has to be a polygraph, and it has to be done with extremely well organized, talented, trained polygraph people, polygraphic experts, so we can find out exactly what these people know, exactly the lies, and exactly who's involved. And I don't care who it pisses off. I don't care if the Rothschilds or the freaking Soros gets pissed off that all this news and all this information is coming out into the open. I don't care if the Saudi fucking crown prince gets pissed off that we're fucking... Oh, sorry about the language, but it angers me. I don't care if the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia is exposed for exactly who he is. I don't care if Iran is exposed for exactly who they are. I don't care if the Israeli freaking embassy and the Israeli Zionist scum are exposed for exactly who they are. It has to come out. We have to know the truth. The truth will save this country. And the truth has been hidden for far too long. The secret societies that run this country, the Fabians, the Masons, the Common Purpose, these secretive non-government organizations, these foundations, these charities, these banksters, all have to be exposed for exactly who they are, exactly who they work for, and exactly their goals. Because they have not got our best interests at heart. We've exposed them, well, I've exposed a lot of them for being the Luciferian scum that they are. Yeah, I am on one tonight. It's angered me. The whole case of Tommy Robinson has angered me. I've seen many people doing their own little bits, their own little shows, and their own little live streams, broadcasting their disgust at the police force for arresting him for a nothing offence, for the judiciary for coming down on him in less than 3 hours and sentencing him in less than 3 hours with no due process at all. Angers me. And it angers me that a lot of that it's been done on purpose to try to focus us on the wrong problem, to try to focus us on one of the secondary problems, when it's really the higher echelons we need to be aiming for. So when I go to this march on Saturday, I'm going to be very vocal, very open about exactly who and exactly what is running our country into the ground. That's the secret societies. It's the Illuminati. It is the Fabians. It is the Masons. It is the deep state corporate entities, bankers, banksters, elites. Call them whatever you want. There's a heck of a lot of them. That's the thing. We, as British, English patriots, have many, many enemies. And the sad thing is, people that we've trusted with power and people that we've trusted to look out for us, to look after us, have betrayed us and are now our enemies and are now looking to silence us, now looking to incarcerate us, now looking to take our lives. Yes, they are one step away from the FEMA camp resolution to their problem, which is us having too much knowledge, us knowing exactly who they are, exactly what they want. And we've got to get them. We've got to get them. We've got to get rid of them. We have no other option. There is no other alternative. I'd love to be able to do this through, the nice, happy way through a ballot box. I would. But they own the establishment. They own the ballot box. They own the Electoral Commission. They own the people counting the fucking ballots. How on earth can we work in this lie of a democracy by doing it their way, by playing their game? I'm sorry, you can't play a game better than the person that invented the games and can change the rules to the games as and when they see fit. It's nonsensical. So we have to focus our attention on the right chuffing problem. The right chuffing problem is the deep state. It is the swamp. It is these secret societies that have subverted our constitution, that have subverted common law, that have subverted the education system, that have brainwashed millions of people and have thrown us all into debt slavery. We cannot allow this treason to continue. We cannot allow this injustice to continue. We cannot allow it. You're right, Lauren. I've been over the past few weeks, I've been stood in my house making speeches to myself, just trying to, put into words how I feel and put into some form of practice what I need to say to people, because I need to say it to people, and we all need to say it to people in an eloquent, articulated fashion. Because if it's not, if it's a point over here, point over there, mishmash, nonsensical, it won't work. It has to be focused, driven, attentive, backed up with fact and proof and evidence. And you have to be able to rebut anything that comes your way. Because there is, yeah. I mean, we must remain calm whilst we do it. As soon as we lose our heads, as soon as we start using foul language, we lose the argument. It has to be done sort of Jacob Rees-Mogg style. Very quintessentially British. I know I don't particularly have the accent for it myself, but I don't care. I think a working class northern accent speaks to the working class northern people. And they're the people that have been betrayed the most. They're the people that have been on the most. They're the ones that have to pay taxes. They're the ones that have to use the NHS, which has been freaking privatised, collapsed and torn apart. They're the ones that are stuck on the shitty benefit system. They're the ones that have seen their towns overrun with Islam. They're the ones that have been browbeaten into silence. They are the ones that are the engine of our country. They're the ones that stand to lose the most, and they're the ones that stand to gain the most as well. Because as soon as we take back control, we will reignite the foundries. We will reignite British industry. We will build our own cars. We will get the North back to what it used to be, a true northern powerhouse. And the system has gone on far too long. I understand it's been going on for quite some time. I understand that, the people back in the 70s, the 80s, and the early 90s didn't have a clue. The information wasn't there or easily accessible. The information, the truth was hidden. The corporate entities had control, and the establishment had control over all news media, had control over all news outlets. So nobody knew what was really happening. Cripes, not many people had actually read the Quran when our towns were being invaded by Islam. Now a lot more people have read the Quran and understand what Islam is and what it means. I see the Tommy Robinson event as a catalyst, as a way to unite the people, as a way to get enough people together and ears perked up that a speaker can actually tell the truth and tell these people exactly what is going on, exactly that it's the secret societies that we need to tackle. It's the shadow government. It's the ones that hide in the darkness and dictate and pull the puppet strings that we have to take on. The Theresa May can't do all without her corporate backing. She can't do nothing. None of the politicians can do a thing. They are worthless, useless puppets. The Queen herself is a worthless, useless puppet. She might be a figurehead. She's not even sovereign anymore. She signed away her sovereignty and our sovereignty when she signed the Lisbon Treaty. That's how far it's got. It's gotten to a stage now where we have no other alternative. We can't petition the Queen to tell her to dissolve government. I'd love it. I'd love her to be able to do it. But she can't anymore. She's given away her sovereignty. She's now a European citizen. She doesn't even have royal assent anymore. She gave that away. Oh, so it's all against us. We have no form of recompense. We have no way of getting our justice. We have no nice way of getting our country back, in my opinion, and from what I see, from my studies, from my research. And we are a year, maybe 2 years away from an Orwellian nightmare. If it keeps going on the trajectory it's going on, it's not far away, people. It started like this, and now it's got to this. It's frightening. But we've got to lose the fear, people. We've got to lose that fear. There's enough of us. There's enough of woke people. And what we need to do is preach to the sheep and preach to them the better way. Preach to them the brave new world, our bright new future with lowered taxes, lowered prices, better policing, better laws, a future for our children and our children's children that has them, the British patriots, at the highest level of citizenship in this country. That's what we need to do. We need to tell them the positives, because we're in a very dark place. We're in a very dark tunnel at the moment, and there is the light at the end of the tunnel, and it is the bright, beautiful light of freedom, true freedom. And we need to explain this to the people in the most simple terms possible. And the best way to do it is monetary, is money. If you can get them more money in their pocket, more pay for the work that they do, that's when they'll listen. And that's the only time they'll listen. It's a difficult thing to do because we've got to smash the monetary system as well because it's fraud. Yeah. Oh. And I've mentioned this in a couple of comments, and I've put it on my wall that step 3 or 4 is to take back the Bank of England. We cannot have the Rothschild Bank ruling this country, printing all our money and charging us freaking interest on it. No, that's not right. It should be the Bank of England that is owned by the English people. This freaking financial crash that's on its way. The first financial crash was there to bankrupt this country. It was there, planned, predicted, and done on purpose, by design, to cripple the taxpayer, to put the taxpayer in so much debt we can never get out of it. So when this next financial crash happens, the taxpayer can't bail out the banks and the whole monetary system collapses, but it collapses in their favour. You see, the first financial crash, it was the poor that got poorer and the rich that got richer. That was it. Austerity was the most disgusting policy that has ever been thought up by the political parties, the one political party, because they're all the freaking same. They're all the establishment. We need that 17.4 million people and rising. It has risen and risen by a phenomenal number since the disgusting actions of the EU and this disgusting fucking not capitulation by our government. People are now seeing the tyranny of the European Union. People are now having it shoved in their face a darn sight more than before the referendum. But we need to focus on the positives. It's something that we really, truly need to do. We need to truly focus on, yes, we're going to get our own laws back, common law back, real law, the law of this land back. We're going to get our fishing waters back. Fishermen, port towns, flourishing again. We're going to get control over immigration so we can get rid of the freaking scum that's invaded this country. We can get true control over our politics and our policies. So we can put our industry back to the forefront of the world. We can take our friggin' armed forces back, and we can build our military-industrial complex again, and stop sending it off to stupid wars in the fucking Middle East. To be honest with you, the actions that we're going to take might piss the people off in the Middle East. I truly believe it will. It will really piss them off when we send a lot of people back over there. But I want our shores safe. I want our nation safe. I want our children safe. I want our people safe. And if that pisses people off, come. And I know I'm not that much of a figurehead, a politician. But I can guarantee you all now, I am incorruptible. I am completely and utterly uncorruptible. No amount of money you could throw at me will make me betray my country and my people. Not a chance. Not a chance. £100 trillion. Wouldn't take it. No. If you dragged up things from my past and my history, because we've all got a history, we've all got a youth, we've all done the wrong thing every now and again. No one's squeaky clean. Bring it up. Bring it up. Can plaster it all over the newspapers. I don't care. To be honest with you, it will make the working class people more endearing to me. I will become a more endearing person if people knew the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I'll say it myself. I won't lie. I will tell the people what I know, exactly when I know it, and exactly to the letter what I found out. And sadly, if I was to try to run as a politician in this country and run in my constituency to try and get into the Houses of Parliament, I'd be painting a fucking huge target on my back for Islamists to come and kill me and kill my family because of my strong stance on Islam and where I live and my constituency. To be honest with you, my constituency is majoritively Muslim, so I do not actually stand a chance at all of winning the vote here in this constituency. It's a lost constituency, like Bradford would be a lost constituency. Massive parts of Birmingham are a lost constituency because of the invading ghetto. That's the point we're at the moment, people. It's London. Massive parts of London are lost to immigration. So we can't, so they're lost constituencies. We can't, they will vote frigging Labour or whoever's going to give them the most free stuff. Because that's what they're here for. We had a little chat on the show about it last night. They're here for a better life. Not here to become British. Not here to make this country better. They're here to scam our system as much as they possibly can. And to... Yeah, I'm going off on one. But I just want the people to know that there is people out there that are uncorruptible. I, for one, I am uncorruptible. I love this country more than anything else. I'd give my life for this country and its people. I even see the frigging... I don't want to call them the scum and the smeg, but the you know, the degenerates. You know, they're not so nice people. You know, the ones in the community that have been lost, that have been neglected, that have fallen on hard times, and that sadly aren't well educated. That sadly aren't. It's hard to describe them, but you know who I'm talking about. The ones, the poor single mums that walk around in pajamas pushing the proms. You know, I don't want to stereotype, you know, and I don't want to see them as a lower class of people. It's not right. But I even want to stand up and protect them. I even want to stand up and protect the people that I don't like. What can I say, eh? What can I say? As long as we're all working together to make this country a better place, let's all work together and make this country a better place. You know, I would love this country to be a haven for apostates. I want anyone who wants to leave Islam welcome in this country. If they truly leave Islam and they truly stand up against that submission and truly stand up against it, they're fine, they're welcome, they can be here. But if they bow to that book, if they believe that book is the word of fucking God, they have no place in my country. No place. No place in civil society. No. No, no, no. Anyways. But I see this brave new future. I see this brave new world that we can strive towards. And we need to highlight its positives. Because it's a dark way, it's a dark path to get there. And it takes a lot of change. And everybody's scared of change. It's a natural human thing. Everybody's afraid of change. That's one of the reasons we're stuck in the place we're stuck in. And I want the change to happen en masse, in a big way, in a big scale, big time. And yes, there's ways that we can do it individually ourselves. I saw the video earlier by Nathan Kirkland, a dragon, talking about the common law court I'm researching that deeply now. I like that concept, and I'm going to stand under common law. By the looks of things, by my intuition on this, definitely looking into that. But that I'll do that individually. But to get 65 million people to do it all individually, it's it's a fantasy. It is a fantasy, but enough people do it. Great stuff. You know, and with this shenanigans around Tommy Robinson, oh, crikey. If he'd have pulled out a common law court card then and gone, booyah, go away, police officers. I have committed no crime whatsoever. I stand under common law. Go away. Millions of people would have been on that site the next day, hammering the keyboards and claiming their individual sovereignty. But it was a missed opportunity. Hopefully, we can change that and we can promote it at another stage and another time. But that would have had a great effect. Would have had a massive effect on the nation. A massive effect. Instead of all the people marching around on the streets, to get all the people behind the computers and claiming the common law and standing under common law, ooh, that would scare the fucking bejesus out of the government a darn sight more than the people in the street. Guaranteed. But then the government would have come down on it like a ton of bricks. So I don't know how the establishment would have reacted to it, but hey, we're standing under common law. What can they do? I'm no longer dead. I'm alive. And you have to see me as a living, breathing human being. So, it's something I'm not fully recommending it at the moment, but do your research on it. Have a look into it yourselves. And it's something I'm looking into and looking at doing. So, good on yours. Oh, yeah, where should I go now? Because, like I said, I want the government to do it for everyone. Every proper English patriot British person. I want that for. And the British people, British citizenship has been just given away. There you go, be a British citizen. There you go. Hey, equality. No, it's not. No, to be a British citizen. Great stuff, Lauren. If you're singing its praises, got a bit of faith in you, so I'm definitely looking at doing it. Maybe even this evening. But I've lost my train of thought now. What was I on about? Yeah, the government should. Yeah, they've given away British citizenship far too easily. So any freaking Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes to this country, or fucking Mohammed, Jabib, and fucking Urkel can come to this country and do whatever and become a British citizen like that. When my parents, and my forefathers built this nation and built British citizenship to be this accolade that's coveted by the world, and we just give it away. No. Sorry, but I do not want that. Not a chance. Not a chance at all. And the problem is with a lot of this common law courts and things like that, and claiming our rights and promissory notes, things like this. I see if it gets into the Muslim hands, they will use it en masse. It will be in every mosque. Every single fucking one of them will do it. And yes, the system will collapse, but they'll use it in their favour. And I for one, I couldn't stand that happening. I couldn't stand that happening at all. Because I hate the fact that people that think that it does. It's weird. It's a weird one. They can just come to this country, just claim off our system, and just take all the fucking benefits and all the glory of this nation, and just take it for granted. They've put no fucking effort in. They've put no money into the system, hardly. They've put no lasting generations of what it is. They don't even know what it is to be British. I've seen a video quite some time ago, and it was going around a Muslim area, and they were saying, "Oh, what's it? So what does it mean to you to be British? Oh, did a passport, mate? Oh, it's claiming benefit, mate. It's getting a lot of free shit, mate, isn't it?" That's what they see of being British, and it disgusts me, absolutely through and through. Just because a mouse is born in a stable doesn't make it a chuffing horse. And that's why I see a constitution being shit on. Muslim mayors here, there, everywhere. There's a Muslim mayor of Blackburn. No one who's not an indigenous native Brit can hold power or trust in this country. That was done for a reason, to protect us. And it's just been thrown away. They've, on our constitution, time and time again, brushed it under the carpet, tried to get rid of it. And it makes me sick. Absolutely sick. We need to do something about it, people. Because all of the Sajid fucking Javid, for crying out loud, could be the next Prime Minister. Come the 23rd, when we've put in the ultimatum to Theresa May, either get us out of Europe right now or fuck off. Who do you think is going to be the next person to be replacing her? Why do you think he's been put into that position? Why? So it's to kick us in the teeth. It's to kick us in the teeth to say, you've got rid of one puppet scum, have a Muslim puppet scum now instead. Look what your patriotism has got you. And no. I won't let it work like that. I won't let it end like that. No. We can already see Sharia being enforced. I walk out there and I see Sharia being enforced on our streets. Maybe not physically, maybe not through Sharia patrols, but definitely culturally. I see bin bags walking around left, right, and centre. And that's part of the Sharia. It's not because, it's showing that I'm a Muslim woman and I'm an empowered Muslim woman, as they try to freaking spin it in the media. No, it's subjugation. It's oppression. There, right in front of our eyes, on our streets. When the British air is far too sweet for a slave to breathe, we're seeing slavery on our streets. And well, we're just letting it happen. Far too timid, far too caring about our image. Why the should we care what other people think of us? Why? It was as soon as we started caring what other people thought about us is the moment we lost our nation. The moment we started to lose our nation. Sorry, I'll correct myself on that. We started to lose our nation when we started to think, they might call us racist. They might not like us. We bet. BS. No. This political correctness has to stop. Has to stop, and has to stop right away. We're getting there, people. We are. We're getting there. More people are waking up. More people are getting miffed off. But we need to focus their attention on what truly rules this country. And that's the freaking secret societies and the freaking banks. They're the target. They're what we have to get rid of. Yes, we need Parliament to... We need a proper Parliament or someone in power to do this. But it's definitely those that need to be gotten rid of ASAP. As soon as we possibly can, we need to get rid of these secret societies. We need to get rid of the Illuminati, and we need to get rid of the deep state and drain that swamp in one fell swoop. And it has to be publicised. It has to be on the big screen. Because once we show the world, hey, we're going to air our dirty linen. We're going to air our dirty laundry in public, in the face of the world. Yes, we have to. But as soon as the others start to see it, when Italy starts to see it, when Germany starts to see it, when the United States that's doing it themselves starts to see Britain fighting back, all the other countries will think, ooh, we have to do this ourselves. We've got this problem in our country, actually. They're doing it. And they will jump on the bandwagon. They will jump upon the bandwagon. And the EU won't stand a chance. The Masons won't stand a chance. What fucking scares them the most is people finding out. Because once the people know, once the general population knows who they are, what they've done, what they stand for, and why they've done everything this way, there's nowhere for them to run, nowhere for them to hide. They will be brought to justice. I can guarantee you that. Anyways, that's my little rant for this evening. So, practice warm-up rant for this weekend, because I've got to get out there and I've got to start telling the people. I've got to start informing the masses. Got to get up there. Got to start shouting it, because we're focusing on the weapon in their hand, not the hand or the person. We need to take our eyes off. Well, no, we need to keep our eyes on the weapon, but also take the head off the beast. So that's my little piece for this evening. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Yeah. Back with the Friday show tomorrow. Fridays, normal as normal. What can we do to wake other people up? Hopefully we'll get some more guests and more people's on. Let's get out there.